Hey there, my name is Sarah, and today I've got a quick few stretches for you. So this is going to be great for any martial artist who has a sweaty training, a hard training, or an easy one, and you're looking for a few things to cool down afterwards to recover your muscles and maybe build a little bit of flexibility over time. Let's do it. All right, so begin standing. We're going to come right down to the ground pretty soon. You do not need a mat for this. I'm just going to use it because I have one here. But let's take a big inhale, reach up. And then forward fold, relax forward, bend your knees, soften your head, and now walk it out to a down dog, okay? Don't worry, it's just one down dog. Great to stretch your calves. Maybe you begin to pedal out through the fascia of your feet. And it's okay if your heels don't touch the ground. Let's lower the knees. All fours. Okay, so wrists underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. We're going to take this to a low lunge. So right leg first. You're going to bring your right leg forward between your palms. Now interlace your fingers, place them on top of your thigh. Put a little pressure there as you lift up. So your knee is stacked over your ankle, our hips are forward, and you're primarily going to feel this probably in your hip flexor. So great hip flexor stretch. You can open up your chest here a little bit. Try not to dump too much weight forward. Use your hands to kind of push up, slight engagement of your abs. And then we're going to take this to a lizard pose. So we're going to bring both hands to the inside of your foot. Now, if you've got sensitive wrists, you may come up to your fists. If you've got a lot of flexibility, you can feel free to come down to your forearms. But for now, we'll just keep it to palms. You're going to shimmy your right foot out to the side a little bit, and now just find a little sway in your hips. So deepening that stretch in your hip flexor. Try not to collapse into your shoulders. Push through your palms. And then we'll take this into a quad stretch. So step one is to shift your gaze over your right shoulder. Okay, this is step one. It's okay if this is how far you make it today. As you build flexibility over time, you'll be able to go deeper into the pose, but maybe you're just here and that's okay. Step two would be to reach your right arm back. And then if it's okay in your knee, and only if it's okay in your knee, you bend into your left leg, bringing your heel towards your hand. Maybe you catch it here, pulling your heel towards your seat. So this is a big chest opener, shoulder stretch, and quad stretch for your left quadricep. So breathe into it wherever you are. Let's take another full conscious breath in and exhale. And then we release with control. We're going to take it back to all fours. So plant your palms, step it back to all fours. And we're just going to do that whole thing on the other side. So left knee comes forward now between the palms, low lunge. Back toes can be curled or flat, whatever feels more stable. And now we'll interlace the fingers, bring it to the top of your left thigh, push away, lifting up just a little bit, and feel a little bit of a stretch in your right hip flexor. And just breathe here. Let's take it to our lizard pose. Both hands come to the inside of your foot. Walk your left foot out a little bit here. And then just find a little bit of a sway in your hips. Modify as you need. If you need to come to your fists, or if you'd like to come a little deeper to your forearms, go for it. And then we're going to take this to a nice quad stretch. So again, take this in steps and make sure that your body is okay along the way. If it's starting to hurt or pinch, we pull back. So here we go. Go ahead, shift your gaze over your left shoulder. Reach the left arm up and over. And then if your knee's okay, we begin to bend into your right leg, bringing your heel towards your seat. Opening up the left shoulder, breathe into your right quad. A few slow, conscious breaths here. Take one more. And then we release gently, carefully, back to all fours. Okay, we're gonna sit back on the heels. So go ahead, walk your hands back. A little bit of a toe stand here. So I'm gonna come this way now that you saw what we're doing. Little toe stand, your butt is at your heels. So this is good just to stretch the fascia of the feet. Obviously we do a lot with our feet in martial arts. So don't forget about the feet, little stretch here. And then we're gonna take it to the shoulders while our feet are stretching. So let's bring the left hand to your right elbow. We're gonna reach it up and over. And then you may feel this in your tricep, shoulders. Put a little pressure right underneath your elbow, and you can take it more into a side body stretch if you like. Just a few breaths here. And just so you can see what the back of this looks like, you can bring your right hand towards your left shoulder blade. Okay, let's take one more breath. And then go ahead, release. We'll take it to the other side. Right hand to your left elbow. We bring it up and over. Bring your head through that little hole, and then just relax your hand towards your right shoulder blade. We put a little bit of pressure underneath your left elbow here. Maybe you take it into a side body stretch if you like. Kind of have to relax your head here, relax your neck. Try not to build any extra unnecessary tension. And then when you're ready, go ahead, release. Quick chest opener. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Now pull your palms away from your lower back. Okay, you can square at the wrists, or your palms can be flush together. Just open up your chest. One more breath. And then we'll go ahead, release. We're gonna take this to Malasana. So go ahead, step one foot out, and then step the other one out. A big hip stretch here. So let's bring the arms to the inner thighs and push a little bit against the inner thighs to open up deeper. And we wanna try to avoid collapsing here. Try to keep a lifted chest. If this is difficult for you, maybe you come up heels lifted. Your heels don't need to be flush to the ground, but if you can, lower them down. This is difficult for a lot of people, especially if you have tight hips. So if you're looking to grow flexibility over time, I recommend maybe buying a yoga block. So you could pop that right underneath your butt, and that's gonna help you sit up a little bit taller and make this pose a lot easier and yeah, a lot easier. So open up through your chest. Now try this out. We're gonna lower the butt. Okay, if you need to use your hands, all good. If not, lower your butt. And then we're gonna take a wide straddle. So just bring your legs wide. It doesn't have to be a full middle splits unless you want it to be. Toes up, soft knees. Let's reach up and then just fold forward. Try to keep a straight back. And then when you're at your edge, go ahead, release your hands, release your forearms. And we're just gonna take a few breaths here in this static stretch. I think static stretches are best to do after you're pretty warm. So this is great for after training session, when your muscles are nice and warm, joints feeling lubricated and mobile. Take another breath. And then we're going to walk the hands back in. And we're going to finish up on our backs. So we're going to stretch the glutes a little bit here. So go ahead, bring your leg in. We're going to lie back. And now just bend into your right knee. And you're going to cross your ankle over your left thigh. Now take your hands and loop them through this hole you made, interlacing your fingers behind your left thigh and pulling your thigh just a little bit closer towards your chest. Reclined pigeon. And then you can find a little sway side to side. Release your left foot to the mat or the ground. Now hug your right knee to your chest, extend your left leg long. We'll take a twist here. So go ahead, allow your right leg to fall to the left. Woo. Back cracked, open up your right arm. And then you can shift your gaze over your right shoulder. And then we take it back to center. Let's even this out on the other side. So we'll bring the feet to the mat. Now bend into your left knee. Cross your ankle over your right thigh. Recline pigeon. Loop your hands into this hole. Pull your right thigh towards your chest and then just find a little sway. Let's take this to our twist. So bring your foot down. You're going to hug your left knee to your chest, extend your right leg long, and then allow your leg to fall over to your right as you open up through the left arm. Maybe shift your gaze over your left shoulder, and we breathe into our twist. Take one more breath. And then we'll roll it back to center. Go ahead, make your way up to a seat. And that's all I got for you right now. I hope it was helpful. Let me know how it goes, or if you need further explanation on any of those poses. I definitely recommend maybe taking a few moments of silence or meditation post-training just to clear the head, get you ready for the rest of your day. Alrighty, I'll see you next time.